This episode of the Very Serious Crafts podcast is brought to you by the Embroiderers Guild of America. You're listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
We're very serious crafters,
and we craft very serious crafts.
Very serious. Hello, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 16 of the Very Serious Crafts podcast. I'm Haley from Red Handled Scissors and Bones and Bobbins podcast.
I'm Heidi from Hands Occupied.
And I'm Mollie from Wild Olive. Today we'll be talking about aprons, being kind to pattern makers, and hammered flowers.
Amazing.
Ooh, I'm so excited about the hammered flowers because I don't know what it is.
You don't think about flowers drinking a lot, but apparently they do get hammered every once in a while.
Wow. Like,
Oof.
a dad joke less than 2 minutes in.
Ooh.
Mollie, I love it. So.
Do you?
I do. I'm into it. Here for it. So we all know that I have kittens and that they are excitable little beasties.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep knocking things over that shouldn't be knocked over. And specifically the stand that holds my phone and my watch while they're charging.
No.
And it's a cheap, it's like a bamboo. It's very light. It's not anything fancy. But they have now knocked it over enough times that yesterday I found it in pieces.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And so, as a result of kittens, my adhesives bin has gotten more attention in this past week.
Excellent.
Than it has in, the past 6 months. So, I had kind of forgotten what was in there, and now I very much know.
Well, at least you had all those adhesives on hand, right?
That's right.
Yes. I am very pleased with my former self and adhesive hoarding.
That's great. Well, lately, I've accepted that I have to, hi, guys, I was gone last week. Hi, I missed you.
Welcome back.
My dog was sick. She's still sick, but she's doing better. Hi. This is Heidi. So, and Haley dropped something, I think.
I dropped Sophia.
Oh.
The golden girl.
Oh.
Did an action figure go flying?
No, a coaster.
Oh.
With Sophia's face burned into
I
it.
see.
Anyway, continue.
We're thriving in 2020 on this podcast. Ugh. They're recording this? I'm just going to change my chatter right now. Before recording this, we've had to restart 5 times. There's been multiple things that have exploded and unplugged. And we're all super tired, so that's my chatter.
Yes.
So buckle up, babies. This is going to be a bumpy podcast.
It is very much
Indeed.
anything goes at this moment. So I almost
And Mollie.
I usually, because I do the editing on the podcast, and so I usually try and edit out weird sounds in the background. I may not even bother with it this time because you might just hear really what our homes sound like all the time. So also, I just got back last night from road trip to my brother's wedding. And so I'm also super tired and a little who knows what I might say or not say or drop or what my cat might do because the cat has been missing the family. So that's that.
I am looking forward to it.
And the kind of day it's been, we've decided that our Patreon episode for next week is just going to be exclusively Train of Shame, 100% of an episode. So I think that about sums up where we are doing, how we are doing, why we are doing, which we're doing in 2020. So
yeah,
like I said,
It's all good.
anyway. Yep.
All right, well, before we start talking, we want to give a shout out to all of our serious friends of the Very Serious Crafts podcast who are supporting us at patreon.com/seriouscrafts. We appreciate you so much.
So much.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, that sounded sarcastic. It wasn't supposed to be. I'm a robot.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's totally genuine. It's really true.
It is true. It is true. So, last week, when Mollie and I accidentally covered only plants and quilts,
Yes.
not even knowing that that was what the other person was covering also.
It's like the craft podcast little matchstick girl. Or what, isn't that what it is? What's the fable with the... What is the fable about people doing the same thing for each other for a gift?
Oh,
It's the...
What's it
the
called?
comb, the gift of the Magi.
Yeah, the gift of
Yes,
Magi.
another
Yes,
N word.
that.
See?
The gift of the Magi.
Yeah.
Wow, hey.
The podcast of the
Nerd
Magi.
degree.
Yeah.
There, right there. See, Dad? It's totally worth it.
It is, and not the little matchstick girl at all. That was totally wrong.
No. Anyway.
Thriving, like I said.
Okay. So I was talking, or I had just watched a lecture on Victorian practices in preserving flowers and flower pressing and seaweed pressing, which is definitely a thing I did not know existed before then. And so we were also talking about how many different ways exist to, in theory, preserve flowers and to have them not turn brown before they're preserved. And so we got a listener email this week that made my day. So Shelby, who happens to be a plant biologist,
Excellent.
wrote in, yeah, to tell us about preserving specimens. So I'm just going to read this little email in case any of you feel the need to go next level specimen preservation, which I do, and I will say this has now added another tool to my list.
Haley
of
loves a tool.
that I need. Oh, I love a tool. Yes, give me all the gear. All right. So, Shelby, who is on Instagram at urban_ecologies, and I hope it's fine that I said that. It's included in the message. Says, just listen to the new episode where you discuss drying flowers. I'm a plant biologist and dried lots of wetland plants during graduate school, and also flowers in one of those kind of presses with the straps that you mentioned, and that is a press that I am personally obsessed with, as an aside. So I thought I'd share my low-tech process. To dry the plants, I use a drying oven, which is a cabinet a little larger than a refrigerator, used for drying plants or other things for science.
Okay, this sounds high tech.
Modern drying ovens. What, and just also, as an aside, I found one that's the size of a microwave.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, press on.
this is what she has to say about this method. So modern drying ovens are electric and temperature controlled, but the older ones have light bulbs inside to generate heat. While we can't all access a drying oven, you can use your actual oven at low temps. You need to put the entire press in the oven, because you don't want the flowers directly exposed to the elements or they will brown. And she recommends starting at around 140 degrees Fahrenheit, but no more than 200 degrees Fahrenheit for pressing flowers. At this low consistent temp, you could leave them in there for as little or as long as you'd like. In the drying ones, I've left them there overnight, or even a few days, but this wasn't necessary. Anywhere from a couple of hours about 6 hours should do the trick. But really, it just depends on the moisture content and thickness of the plant material and personal preference for your project. Also, you will want to make sure not to use any kind of solvent or oil on your paper, press, or flowers for obvious reasons. And if that is not obvious to you, you don't want to cook them and brown them.
Yeah.
Or
I was going to say, or create your own train of shame in that way.
Yes. We all know about how I light things on fire in ovens. Hashtag the muffin. Okay. You can use any acid-free uncolored construction paper along with thin pieces of cardboard in the press, layered as follows. Bottom of press, cardboard, construction paper, flowers or plants, construction paper, cardboard, construction paper, flowers and plants, construction paper, cardboard, and so on, until you put the top of the press on. And one final tip she added is keeping dried flowers out of the sun is key. UV will accelerate the breakdown of the pigments within the petals.
Okay, that makes sense.
Great.
So,
Thank you, Shelby.
So we have real science, and we all know how I love the real science. So, Shelby, thank you very much for making my day and teaching us a thing or two. And I will say that I have been shopping for hot air lab drying ovens, which is what they're called. And I found one that's about the size of a microwave, but it's also about $500.
Oof.
So, using the regular oven is probably going to be your way to go unless you have access to lab equipment.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Or $500.
Or $500.
Well, or $500.
If you have access to $500, that'll also work.
Yes.
It made me also think like food dehydrator, but then you wouldn't really be able to fit a press in there, which would defeat the purpose. But like,
yeah, that's what I thought she was going to say
when
I first started reading the email.
Also, I'm curious if you put like the press in the oven, like that one that we were looking at in the last episode, it had like plastic with those little straps. Is that like, I mean, I know this is a low temperature, but would that be an issue? You'd have to find one that is more like the wood with the screws at the sides, I would think, right?
I would think so, but she said that she used the ones with the scraps. I think that one would want to check the melting temp. And also make sure that you're in a well-ventilated room in case it's giving off fumes.
I might play it safe.
I would think, Or you could use metal straps or metal buckles instead.
Yes. Oh, and maybe actually, I don't know, maybe those were metal buckles, now that I think about it.
They might have been. I don't actually remember.
Okay.
So,
well,
anyway,
there we go. Thank you, Shelby.
That delighted me. Yes, thanks,
I want
Shelby.
to use this information right away.
Yes, me too. Immediately.
Yeah, I think flower pressing is going to be the next punch needle as far as trends, I think, that come up on this podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
we started.
Mm-hmm.
We'll lead into that
in the last episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It will continue.
Mm-hmm.
It will.
Perhaps it's an offshoot of the gardening topics I've been obsessed with this whole pandemic.
I think it really is. I think you started this.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Oh, gosh, Mollie.
Or, good golly, Miss
Heidi.
Mollie. That's what I'm going to say when you make jokes
Heidi,
now.
Me just getting it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, we are a comedy podcast, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's funny.
Not good comedy, but comedy nonetheless.
Well, we never said good.
So, Heidi, what you making?
On a different note entirely. I did some real crafting, y'all.
Yeah.
And it was even sewing. I have been very off sewing in 2020. Probably because of the whole book writing thing at the beginning of the year. Bit time consuming that.
That really takes you off sewing.
And like life.
Any book.
Friendships. normal sleep routines, mental health.
Oh.
I could go on, but I will not.
Oh, now I have Journey's Don't Stop Believin' stuck in my head. So there we go.
Hey, that's not a bad way to cope with meeting a deadline. Just sing that to yourself and pump your fists if you can.
I agree, although, no, not going to go down that journey path. Separate ways, however, watch the video if you want some really quality fist pumping.
Excellent. We'll have to put that in the show notes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, back to what the heck I was talking about before.
Sorry.
No, I went right down this journey path with you.
You went along with me on this journey?
I did. I followed you. So my little niece Evelyn, who has come up on the pod a few times, she's 2.5 these days, which is crazy because I remember her birth happened 5 minutes before recording one of the first episodes. And we were like,
That's true.
Do I stay on the podcast just to distract myself from being nervous about her coming? And that's what I did. But now she's 2.5, and this podcast has been around that long, which is nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
So 2.5-year-olds, they start to have some interests and hobbies, right?
Yes.
Do they?
Evelyn,
I don't know.
her whole deal since lockdown has been getting really into helping her mom with cooking in the kitchen. I think it's also a helpful way to keep a toddler occupied, if I had to guess.
Well, and you can make a mess.
Yes, and it's allowed.
Yeah.
The problem is, my niece's mother would still like to quickly clean up after this mess because her life is just cleaning up toddler messes right now, right? And so she called and was like, hey, do you have the time or interest in making your niece a little apron? And I was like, yes, because she is tiny and that would be cute as heck. So I did it.
Yes.
And it was a really simple pattern that it was free based on a blog post, and I was able to print it at home on my home printer. So if you have a home printer, you could knock out one of these aprons very easily without having to buy a pattern, but you can still work from a physical pattern. So super quick and easy. Cool. It's just cut out, stitch the edge, add some straps, and you're done. So if you want to seem like a real cool aunt who can't visit their nieces right now because of lockdown, I recommend making an apron. It doesn't take that long, and it makes you feel a lot better about it.
I like it.
That's all.
Yeah, that is actually a really good point. I kind of forget that sending people things that I've made makes you feel like you're at least doing something in their lives. I have not taken advantage of that.
Well, when they're that little and that far away, it's already kind of like they don't know you visit to visit until they're like 5.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
When you live many states away. And so it's kind of like, this is a way I can physically express my love.
Right.
And also burn off some cortisol anxiety in the process. Because isn't that all that we can ask for these days, my crafty friends?
Well, yeah. I don't feel like I can ask for anything more.
Yeah. Cue Gershwin.
I wasn't gonna, but now I am.
Okay. Thriving in 2020.
Would you like to hear about something else that is a good way to use up some energy?
100%.
Somewhat delicately.
Delicate energy expenditure.
Exactly.
I have a question about the word delicate and the subject here.
I will say, what I'm about to talk about, you wouldn't have to do this delicately. You will just have very different results. So take that as you will. So at the very end of our last recording session, the topic of flower hammering came up, and we really didn't have time to talk about it thoroughly. And I said, well, I'll just put it on the topic list for next week. So here I am with it on our list of things to talk about
and
today.
I need to know because I want to hit things with hammers.
As you should.
That is definitely the quote of the episode.
So
You get a sticker.
I have so many hammers, though. I need to know what kind.
Yeah. So, flower hammering, I did this for the first time probably when I was in high school-ish. I one year, and I will fully admit that probably underlying the idea of this was that I had a crush on the neighbor. And he did a lot of gardening.
Okay.
So I planted a garden.
Oh, man.
as like you do. It did not lead to anything, which is probably for the best. But I did our whole.
No,
This is so pure.
I want it to be like a. I was just going to say a secret garden thing, but that is the opposite of
This was very like public garden. It was large, I am so proud of the garden that I created. I kept it for several years, even when he wasn't around anymore.
Did you just go to the garden and wistfully think about boys?
No, I was just like, hey, maybe if I'm in the front yard working on a garden, he'll talk to me. He did not.
Did you plant his name
No.
in different colored flowers?
No, in fact,
I feel like there was real opportunity here, Molly.
There was. I planted a moonlight garden, which, if you are unfamiliar,
Cool.
it's primarily white flowers. So at night, it looks like your garden is glowing. It's gorgeous, which kind of doesn't work with what I'm about to talk about because, you need colorful flowers for this.
Fine, but it's romantic.
It in theory was meant to be, but I loved learning about plants and planting this whole garden and maintaining it and everything. But in the midst of that, I learned about flower hammering. And so we still have lots of
flower hammering.
And so the idea with this is you lay the flower out flat I did it on paper. You can also do it on fabric. You cover the back of the flower with paper towels, and you can use just a regular traditional hammer, and you hammer the back. You hammer the. What happened there, Heidi?
I dropped a needle. Sorry.
Okay.
More dropping.
You just hammer the backs of the flowers, and it transfers the pigments in the petals onto the paper or the fabric, and it leaves an imprint of the flower there. And what's very cool about it is it does not always give you what you expect it to give you. So bright orange daylilies don't create a bright orange daylily print. It creates this gorgeous like purple color. And so also not
so this is like plant dyes turning
my thoughts exactly.
It is bringing you those plant dyes, and not all flowers make a print at all. Like some of them you barely see anything. So you have to you can just test it.
Oh, you'll see something if I get my hammer on it.
But sometimes it just makes this kind of like wet, muddy splat. It doesn't really look like a thing. Whereas which can be cool, but isn't what you maybe think you're going to get. Pansies work really well. I did some pansy ones.
Those are my grandma's favorite flower.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
The flatter the flower, probably the better the result.
Exactly. Also, flowers where you can see the shapes of the petals and stuff. You'll get results from other things. You just won't necessarily get the shape of the flower. Whereas a daylily or a pansy, you'll know that it was a daylily or a pansy from your print.
That's really cool.
If I were to take, say, a rubber mallet, like a large size rubber mallet that would be large enough to cover the whole flower, do you think that would give a better print, or do you think that multiple strikes in different areas would release better?
I think you'd still have to strike it multiple times. But
sure.
But I think it would be.
I'm just wondering if it would be a more even print.
I don't know that it would necessarily. I mean, it might improve it some, but I don't know that you would notice it in a big way because, the
I
less
just
it
like
shifts,
the big hammer.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, go for it. You don't want the flower to shift really, but once you've started hammering it, the moisture is going to stick it down a certain amount. And I found there's plenty of tutorials on the internet. I found 2 links, and I will put them in the show notes. One shows how to do it on paper, which is what I did. I made note cards with them, and I thought that that's
until
really recently I had one still left, and I could not find it, which is sad. But maybe I used it. I don't know. But The other one that I found, that was from a UK site. So when they say kitchen towels, they're meaning paper towels, and that for US listeners.
Gotcha.
The other one I found is from the house that Lars built. And this was
Love her.
one of my favorite ones I
Yes.
saw. They did this on fabric, and the flowers came out a little more abstract. So they were not looking for a print of a flower necessarily, but more the essence of a flower. And then they embroidered over it, and it looks amazing. So
I bet.
Cool.
now I haven't done this now for ages, and I was thinking, now of course our daylilies have started to reach the end of their time
Season,
because
yeah.
it's it's actually now September. So but yeah, I thought I want to do this now on fabric and do the stitching with it because I think it's beautiful. So I just it's a really
I could see a really nice tablecloth or something with that bordering it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one of those things, once you do it, you're committed to the thing. And if it doesn't come out quite right, you just get what you get. But there's something nice about that. And
Yes.
Do you iron it to set the dye?
yeah, that would be the best way to do it. I think a tablecloth might, you might lose some of it over time with washing, even after setting it. But I haven't really done a lot with it on fabric. I've pretty much done.
I wonder if you could set it with vinegar.
Anything, if it's plant dye. So however you would treat it if you were doing regular dyeing, I would say is going to have a similar result with this. I mean, you're
I'm sure that at some point I would have an opinion on this, but I do not right now.
And maybe if
That's cool,
maybe if I
though.
play with it more now, then I will find other things. But I just thought the fabric one with adding a little bit of embroidery to it, especially in those areas where it doesn't transfer, like full details, it's a perfect way to enhance it or just use it in a totally different way too. So anyway.
It's so beautiful, and I didn't expect to like it because I tend to I don't tend to like abstract shapes. But
it's
lovely. It looks like watercolors.
Yeah, exactly. And it isn't always super abstract. Sometimes it can actually look where you go, wow, that is exactly what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
now I want to try that too. There's so many flower things. Luckily,
I think it's because the 90s are trending, y'all. Did you guys have flower pressing?
1890s?
No, I'm talking about the 1990s. I had a couple flower press kits as a kid in the 90s, and I remember seeing them a lot. I'm thinking that might explain the trend if I had to theorize.
There's actually a New York Times article that I think I linked to in the show notes for the previous show that is about people going full 1800s.
Yeah, it's all cycling multiple times. It's all good.
Yeah. Although my flower press was plastic in the 90s.
Don't put that in your oven.
No. No, it would have been a bad idea. Although, frankly, my Easy Bake oven was plastic. So...
True. I bet you could press flowers in it. It's a light bulb.
I was just thinking that when I was reading Shelby's email and she mentioned the light bulbs. I was like, well, if it can bake a cake
there you go.
badly and burn you.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway.
Yes. That's cool. I'm really excited to try that.
It's even if you don't make anything of it, it's just kind of fun to hammer the flowers and see what happens. So, yeah.
It's also always fascinating to learn about a new technique every time. I don't even care if I ever do it. I will always be down to hear about it. Always.
Same.
Which is why we're here.
Exactly.
Yes.
This episode of the Very Serious Crafts podcast is brought to you by the Embroiderers Guild of America. EGA is a community of stitch-minded people who inspire passion for the needle arts through education and the celebration of its heritage. Become a member today. Registration is now open for the 2021 national seminar, The Magnificent Stitch, to be held in Chicago. Learn more at egausa.org.
So, can I complain for a second?
Yes.
Go for it.
Please do.
You have
Now,
permission.
I would like to put some context down, which is I love it when people are engaged with my content and ask questions and are, like, excited about things. Like, that makes me really happy because I also engage with other people who make things in that way. But especially during this downtime, there has been sort of an uptick in weird emails that I have gotten about some of my more popular projects that are, like, people, like, some are just normal questions and I will quickly answer them. But some people are requesting, like, video tutorials. Like, they would like me to make them a video tutorial.
So wait, just them? For just them?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Because they learn visually.
Oh.
And I got an email from someone who was super mad at me that a tutorial I wrote more than a decade ago.
OMG.
On hemming pants.
Wait, just for the record, listeners, that was the biggest eye roll I've ever seen from Heidi.
I have very big eyes in my defense.
So this was a tutorial about hemming pants that was, like, missing a part of a step out photo. Like, I had taken the photos while doing the project, but then felt the need to explain further when writing the instructions. And this person was just incensed that I would explain it, quote, with words and not just show the photo. For, like, the most basic pants hemming tutorial that exists, you can find about 30,000 versions of this tutorial on the internet. And I was like, lady, if you don't like it, go elsewhere. Like, it's fine. You don't need to tell me about how mad you are that there isn't one specific photograph in this 2009 tutorial. I don't know.
Also, it's a tutorial from 2009. How dare any person try to hold content from a decade ago to standards for 2020? Good God. You could hardly put a video in a blog post in 2009. Are you kidding?
Well,
right. Like, it's sort of a wonder that the photos are clear.
Seriously, or like even bigger than 400 pixels on some of my earlier stuff. Oh, for real.
Definitely.
Because that's how it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and I recognize that a lot of people
Goodbye, lady.
don't understand, like, the technical side of what things were then, let alone, now, but or the other way around with that. But anyway, because even when I find things now that I really, really like and I see an old date on it, I'm just like, I would never even expect that I'm going to be able to 100% get a hold of this person because I know that things aren't monitored that long in the, the internet time is a whole different time.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at a decade old blog post, and then you clearly have to click my contact page. So you are now seeing current me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I have been busy writing books and stuff. I have not thought about that tutorial in a good many years. Now, if she'd had a specific question,
right,
like, and I had a moment to answer it, of course, like, that's fine.
Especially if she would have been nice about it.
Well, yeah. And also if she had been like, hey, I think you're missing a photo here.
Yep.
Like, also fine. Because many mistakes have been found in tutorials that I have written because of the nature of writing tutorials.
It just happens.
It's hard saying.
And
Universal truth.
Yeah, and how fast when the crafting internet was blog and tutorial driven, how
being
fast
built
you
by
needed to
those blogs and tutorials, I would argue.
Yes. Anyway, I am just baffled. And so there has been, and if I'm complaining about you and you're a listener,
have you paid her? Sorry. Isn't that that the point though? Like, they're not even respecting our time enough to pay us when we've already done hours of work to put even that crappy old tutorial. Not saying that one's crappy. That's me talking about my own content.
I mean, it was a fine tutorial. It was one of the better ones from that era.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that I would just like to, I guess, remind people who are not content creators, that who are maybe picking up long ignored skills again, and are finding all of these older tutorials, because that's happening and that's great. But like, remember that you're talking to human beings who are also going through a global pandemic and who are stressed out and tired and also probably still trying to create content.
And probably making less money than usual.
Yeah. And so, like, if you've got a question, please ask your specific question and be nice. Because so many people have sent the most mean and ridiculous emails. Like, people who just did not read a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this happens
daily.
Sometimes with my books that are kits. People will be mad that both of my books that are kits, the Golden Girls one and Feminist Stitches, are like, they come with the tools and materials for 2 specific projects in the book. And I get a lot of emails wondering why they can't do all of the projects in the book.
Yeah.
It says it on the cover.
Yeah.
I get that people skim things. I get that sometimes you get an idea in your head. But before you send me an email, like, basically yelling at me when we're all stressed out and anxious, like...
Ooh, yeah. And here's the tea. Here's the tea. Want to know why you can't contact so many of those bloggers from 10 years ago? They burned out and quit.
Yeah.
Because of this crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, that is the truth.
Yes. I just want to throw this into the mix of things.
Yes.
Before I know we have to keep things moving here, but, and I want to officially credit, Max Make Space on Instagram for really driving this point home for me, and then modeling it for herself. She has a coffee, like ko-fi, where you can just give one-time donations or whatever. But it's basically just to show that you value the work of a content maker. And so I would add that in addition to being kind when you send emails, especially about free projects or whatever, like, you should be kind anyway, because kindness matters. But the show your support for a maker in those ways, because that, I mean, just like when someone buys one of my $4 patterns, I feel supported in that way. If someone buys me a $3 coffee just for nothing, it's even more so, like, where I go, that was just really a nice way to say, this is my thing. I
see you.
So Mac is really good about sharing regularly, like, hey, if you like this, remember you can support me. And I think that's something that I need to learn to do more of, is just that every once in a while, the reminder. And so this is my reminder to listeners that if you follow people that you love what they do, show some support in ways that you can. It doesn't even always have to be the financial support, but
yeah, I was about to say, especially
ways.
like, I could understand listeners who are sitting here saying like, I'm on a budget, the economy is about to dive hard down a deep hole, because that's the truth.
Yeah.
I see you and I get it, because this isn't the first time we've all done this.
Right.
And I was in a much different position last time around than this one, and that was when I started Hands Occupied, because I didn't know what else to do with myself for free.
Yep.
That's also when I started.
Yeah, and
it's when all of us
right. But I'm not
did.
saying drop everything and start a blog, because it's exhausting. But what I'm saying is, unless you want to, we did. We're still here. But if you're really on a tight budget, you can also just write an email to somebody saying you appreciate them too, because that can also really help counterbalance the angry ask a manager emails when it's like, I'm the manager, I'm the founder, I'm the tech editor, I'm the computer programmer, I'm the photographer, I'm the CEO, I'm the CMO, what do you want from me?
Yeah, and I think that's it. Like, it's just that balance has been out of whack. Like, usually I get a handful of those, but I roll my eyes and I'm like, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the number of emails that I have gotten in these last 5 months of people just straight up demanding immediate responses for things that are free, and things they could Google, has been really intense. And I often wonder if they realize that they're talking to one human being.
Yep. Snaps.
That this isn't a big, like, studio turning out work.
You're in 10 square feet, girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's the truth as well, folks.
Yep.
Yes. That is very true. Luckily, I have very tall ceilings. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know. I know that I'm ranting, and it's weird for a content creator to be ranting about having people engage with their content.
Sure.
But I really appreciate the people who actually actively enjoy and engage with my content. Mm-hmm. The people who are yelling at me on the internet are not those people.
Yeah.
And so I'm not talking to you. If you've ever sent me an email and I have responded, I'm not talking to you. Like, you are fine. We're good. But gosh, maybe stop and think before you hit that send button. I know we're all stressed out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm done ranting.
No, that's good.
So before we wrap up today's episode, we do want to keep this on a positive note. Again, like honestly, I really love making free content for people. So I think obviously we all do.
It makes me
because
feel
that's
good.
really what our blogs are all about. So we would just like to highlight some of our favorite free content creators, etc. But like, go looking for them, enjoy them, use them,
follow them. Follow them, because then they can get paid to make more content by somebody else for you to have for free.
Yeah,
because that's the real game, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's true.
Yes. I mean,
sorry, I'm just telling truths today.
I have a whole list of like free embroidery, like I do like embroidery basics, which by the way, I'm working on trying to update, because I don't want it to just be like the old stuff that is looking kind of tired. Like, there is a place for doing that. So, that's like goals for the end of the year. But yeah, like look for those things. But also when you're looking at old content, celebrate it and that it was free to begin with, But anyway, I think we will probably, do we all each want to like put together like some of our favorite content and put it in the show notes? Does this sound good to you all?
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
I think that's great.
Perfect.
Because
I also want to include some Instagrammers, because even if they're just making like reels, that is genuinely brightening my day throughout the day.
Oh my goodness, yes. And also, if you have not seen the little girl in England who can play every instrument, who challenged Dave Grohl to a drum off, and he responded.
Okay.
What else has he got to do right now?
Oh my gosh! No, but this girl is amazing. She's a kid. I think she's like 8.
Great.
But anyway, I'm gonna link to her because she will make your day better.
Okay.
Like every time I see her.
I will.
My day is.
And I would say like, it doesn't even have to be just strictly craft related, because some of those things are important. And I would add in that, like, listeners, if you know of people who are creating content and sharing it for free and you just love it, leave a comment and put it in the list, and then other people can enjoy that as well, because that would be fun. And then everybody be nice to those people and support them.
Yep. And send us a DM with their Instagram link if you aren't the commenting on websites sort, and we'll share some of their stories. Yeah. Like, we love supporting other makers, and if we're getting an increased amount of these
frustrating emails.
Yeah, frustrating emails. They are too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I will say, Max Makespace, she has house rules that she shares so that people kind of can understand some of the dynamics of this, and she's brilliant for that.
It's called boundaries, and they're great to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the little girl, for the record, because I really think that you need to go immediately to watch
the show
some
notes.
Of her stuff.
Yeah.
Her name is Nandi Bushell.
Okay.
Or possibly Bushell. I don't know. But her first name is Nandi, and she is amazing. And very easy to find on Instagram.
Good.
And in our show notes that you should also go visit, so we can get some half a cent from Google or whoever gives us that money.
Yes, that too.
Excellent.
More truths from the Very Serious Crafts Podcast 2020. No fake news here. Wear your mask. Is that our vibe now?
Sure.
It
is. Works for me.
It is. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
Wear masks. Be nice. 2020.
Mic drop.
And vote.
Vote.
And we're done.
And we still have the entire closing call to action. Parenthesis, Haley.
I'm working on it. Except that I closed it.
Oh, we did. I mean, we did intro this episode by saying anything could happen. So here we are.
I found it. Okay.
Sorry for a nap.
I'm having a great time losing my mind in front of the internet public. It's cool.
Yeah, me
Also
too.
2020.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you to our sponsor, the Embroiderers Guild of America. Learn more at egausa.org. And thanks for listening to the Very Serious Crafts Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Serious Crafts, and on Facebook at Very Serious Crafts. You can also find show notes and all things Very Serious Crafts at, shockingly, veryseriouscrafts.com.
You want to know why these are so consistent? Because we're professionals who've been doing this for a decade who know what we're doing. Truth.
It is true. And finally, if you're a fan of the Very Serious Crafts Podcast, please leave us a 5-star review on whichever platform you use to listen to podcasts. Good ratings help us show up in recommendations, which helps more people who love crafting and need an uplift for their day, perhaps, find us.
Yes. All I could think of was, we're very serious.
Very.
Truths.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.